The For Wednesday, August 6th, reveals that Ridge Forrester, Torsten K., did CPR and kissed Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, before promising to make this right. Since Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, lost consciousness due to a fall on his boat, it was up to Ridge to swim to unconscious Brooke in the water. Ridge managed to pull Brooke over to a different vessel and got some help getting her on board. Brooke wasn't breathing at this point, so Ridge began chest compressions and tried to breathe life back into her lungs. Meanwhile, Brooke saw a bright light and imagined she was on a beach with Ridge. Once Brooke finally sputtered out water and came back to him, Ridge kissed her passionately. Ridge also promised that he'd never take Brooke for granted again and vowed that they'd make this right. While Donna Logan Forrester, Jennifer Garais, and Katie Logan, Heather Tom, were discussing Brooke and the possibility that Nick might propose, they grew concerned over Brooke's lack of social media posts and hoped she was all right. At the Spencer mansion, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, continued talking to Hope Logan, Annika Noel, about the difference between Dirty Reese Buckingham, Wayne Brady, and Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, who was an angel. At the hospital on Wednesday's B&B episode, Grace told Finn that Liam really did have a brain bleed, which became her opening to fake his tumor. That included giving Liam meds that would create his symptoms and push him toward the phony miracle treatment. Grace talked about realizing wealthy Bill Spencer, Don Diamant, was Liam's father and selling him on the experimental procedure after all the Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada drama. Although Grace played up her sob story about the bookies who were threatening her as well as her daughters, Finn was livid over all the pain her deception had caused. Since Grace lied to Finn too, that made him even more upset about this whole situation. Finn snapped about the $1 million and how Grace had sold her integrity. However, Grace argued that Liam was fine and hoped that Finn would agree to keep this news between them. Finn balked over Grace asking him to cover for her, but she begged for his silence and pushed him to forgive her for what she'd done.